Maybe that's what we should go into now is the locations that we do have. I think, is it 7 or 8 of them now in the state? Or
We have 7, but
Okay.
I got to comment on the 1-minute moments.
Okay.
Most of the stuff you see at the tea parties is, I'm not the bright one in the group, and I want to make sure everybody understands. We have coordinators doing this work, thinking this up. The only original thought I've had is the 1-minute moments, but it became very popular, and people will retag it or whatever, but you're right. When you can go up in front and express about an event you have coming, and you got 200 people sitting in front of you, or 80 people, or 150 people, it's something else, because all of a sudden you got instant communication, and many times we'll post it up on our Facebook and help, etc. But I like that. And the thing it does is gives people running for offices or going to be in public a chance to practice. There is no places, and many times they're running against incumbents sometimes that are polished, and they got speaker teachers, etc. So our 1-minute moments has become very, very important to how we pitch into the community and what we do. And most times we have more requests than what we have time in the meeting, and we try to allow about 20 minutes for it. But it's my favorite part. It's truly grassroots community. So I wanted to add that.
Nope, that's good. Yep.
But our locations, and I'd love to give you the dates on them, but I know I'll screw it up. But
And we'll put those on as either underneath this area because they're the same time each month normally, and the locations, and plus at the end. So
Yep.
if you miss it when I put it on the bottom here, it'll be at the end.
Yep, and the website is easy. It's Tea Party, TEAPARTY, teaparty.mn, like in Minnesota. And you can go to that website, and we've got them listed there as well. But Mounds View is the North Metro. That's the one where Tim Price and myself and Kurt Burbeck, we lead that one. And that was the original one that we sprung away from, or sprung out of, I guess. And then East Metro is over in the Lake Elmo area. Last month, we had it at the new Woodbury Cabela's. There's no room. We should have known that going in. That room wasn't big enough. It held 55 people or something, and they were hanging out the sides and looking into corners. And of course, you can't go in Cabela's without buying something, So we had a shopping break, and we had fun with it. South Metro down in Apple Valley, they're having their birthday party next Tuesday on the 24th. And if this is out on cable by then, and I hope it is, go down to Apple Valley to Bogart's. What a wonderful place to have a tea party. And then West Metro over in Plymouth, I call it the weather tea party. There hasn't been a day yet this year where the weather hasn't been bad. You could, in the winter, the worst storms,
Yep.
West Metro. The worst rainstorm. There's a horizontal rain going on and a tornado one time there.
I was at that one because West Metro is close to me. So
Yeah. Oh, that was scary. And people came in looking like drowned ducks. And then we have Southeast Metro down in Cottage Grove, way over on the east side, southeast side down there. That has a community down there with Janice and Ev running that one. On West Metro, it's Mike running it. Mike Kelty, and down in South Metro we got Joel, and we got Leslie and Mel, and I know I forgot a couple, but boy, are they hardworking people. You'll see them at every one of our events working. And then we got the Lone Oak Tea Party just a little ways from Apple Valley over in Egan, and they've outgrown their facility, and that's headed by Dick Evans, and he is just a worker bee and a half and does an incredible job. And then down in Red Wing, we were invited down there because they had a tea party going, and they said, will you come down? And Jake and I see people get things started, but nobody's willing to pitch in and help. And tea parties need help when they're starting out.
Yep.
And these people invited us down to help. Oh my gosh, they're part of the family now. They were at the Tom Woods event, they're at the Justin Amash event up here helping. The unique thing about South Metro and Red Wing, they have now raised money and they all have their own toolkits. So what's that mean? Well, we've got requests to build more tea parties. And those tea parties are like Faribault, Wilmer, Forest Lake, and downtown Minneapolis. It takes resources to do that. South Metro is going to adopt the Faribault Bridge and help build down there. We will see which, what Red Wing does. But again, they're brand new. We want them to get solid. But oh my gosh, is this ever exciting to see this thing take the next step? I got to make it clear. I live in Ham Lake. If I go down to Red Wing and try to tell them what a tea party should be about, shame on me. I have no idea what goes on in that community during the week, during the month, or during the year. That's why Jake and I have fostered this community tea party building, these brush fires. And if you would look at where they're located, they're surrounding the metro area. And we're going a little farther out state. And as those grow, go a little farther out state. And they're here to affect state politics and community politics. We believe you got to be in the school board. You got to be in the city councils. You got to be working in these little minor offices about water and whatever. Watershed. All of those are important. So how do you get support for those people? Well, you have the community have a tea party. Those tea party members many times are tied into BPOUs. All of a sudden you got a twofold group of people here bringing values to these offices. Is that a change? Yeah, very big change. Now, before I say that's all good, I want to tell you, we also have people outside the two parties that are part of this, because we do have Democrats. They felt abandoned by their party. But we also have Republicans who feel abandoned by their party. We have independents that like the Tea Party. We have smaller parties. Libertarians.
Yep.
We have good libertarians in there. And by the way, all of these people work. None of them come in and expect a free ride. They will work. At the Justin Amash thing, where we took 3 different groups and put it together. One was Liberty, Minnesota. And what an incredible group of people. But you know what? All of these groups, including the Democrats that are with us, share those core values. Free markets, fiscal responsibility, and constitutional limited government. How do you think that makes the elected officials feel? Well, that's where the word gets pushed out. Go after the Tea Party. See how you can make Jack look like a dumb bunny, which anybody can do that, But when you see these community groups working, these tea parties serving their communities this way, unbelievable. And when they march, when you see somebody marching for one of your candidates, you can almost bet many times that there are Tea Party persons in those groups, because we go to a lot of parades and help a lot of candidates.